Hello, everyone. Chris here, and I got the newest Platinum review for you guys. Today, we are going to be doing a Platinum review on Maneater on PS5. Now, I have done a Platinum review on Maneater before, but it was the PS4 version, so that's a whole nother kit and caboodle right there, and I'll never talk like that again. So, this is for the PS5 version. It was a free game for PlayStation Plus. I want to say January. Don't quote me on that, but I want to say it was January. I didn't get that because I had bought the game on PS4, but that is a bonus. So if you did not happen to have a PS5 and you couldn't get the PlayStation Plus version, you do get it for free with the PS5 upgrade. Now, one of the first things I want to touch base on is this right here. This is the loading screen. And as you can see, pretty quick. My biggest gripe with the PS4 version was the loading, and it was atrocious on PS4. I want to say the loading screen took upwards to a minute at some points, and it always loaded. There were so many different moments where the game would load, and that was really, really annoying and really, really disappointing. And that is the biggest upgrade to this game is the fact that it loads very, 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 very quickly now. Now, as far as benefits of getting the PS5 version and playing the PS5 version versus the PS4 version, that right there is the only thing. There, to me, is nothing else that I would say, yeah, play the PS5 version over the PS4. Nothing else would make me tell you that. They don't make use of the DualSense controller, so you don't have the haptic feedback in the triggers. There's no rumbling when you're playing on the controller. There's nothing. It's just kind of the same exact game. So a little bit disappointing there that they didn't make any use of it. And to me, that is a big miss because it literally feels like the exact same game from PS4 minus the load screens. So to me, that was a very, very big um, letdown. Now we'll touch base on the story really quick. I don't really talk about the stories, um, but the story in the game is actually very interesting uh, and amusing. I wasn't expecting when I first played the game, I wasn't expecting to enjoy the story, but I actually did. So yeah, definitely. If you, normally with these shorts, like short games, I'll tend to skip the story, and so I sometimes don't even review them like the platinum reviews because I don't have any expertise on the story because I just skip it. So I can safely say that I am glad that I didn't skip the story on Maneater. It's amusing and it's worth a shot. One of the awesome things about Maneater, if you've never played it, is the voice acting. Now, Chris Parnell lends his narrative to the game. As you're playing it, you have Chris Parnell narrating what you're doing. If you don't know who Chris Parnell is, he is Jerry from Rick and Morty. He's been on Walk Hard, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He's been in a lot of movies and TV shows. So to have his acting expertise lent into the game is a really cool addition. Uh, Other than just some no name talking in the background where you're like, I don't care about this. You actually have somebody who you've invested time in the past and seen their stuff, so you know their voice. So it's a really cool feature that they added in to have him narrate the story. Now we're going to touch the next subject pretty quickly because there's not a whole lot to talk about in this section, but um, the graphics, the game is graphically ugly. They didn't really change anything from the PS4 to the PS5 version as far as graphics go, so it's really disappointing. There's nothing where, no time in my life that I was over like, hey, you see that game Maneater? Wow, it is beautiful. It gives Death Stranding a run for its money. Like, no, the game's ugly. Uh, a lot of the character models look the same. It's nothing to really write home about as far as graphically, so um, non kudos to you. And that leads me into my biggest section, and that is gameplay. Now, Maneater, this is where it shines. Maneater is fun. It is a very, very fun game, and I really, really enjoy playing it. Hence why I played it a second time and decided to go for the platinum a second time, because the game is fun. That being said, it gets very, very stale after a little bit. So you start off as a baby shark, do 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 do, and you go to a teen, an elder, and a mega shark. You level up as you eat, and you get stronger and stronger, and that lets you get to new places because you can jump higher and farther, and that makes it to where you can eat bigger enemies because they can't mess with you because you're a higher level than RPG up in there. Also, you can upgrade your character. You can get different abilities for your shark. My door creepily opened, and I was like, who's out here? But it's just freezing cold outside, so ugh. But yeah, you get new abilities. You can upgrade your shark, and there's not a wide range of abilities, but I think there's three or four main abilities that you can get, or not abilities, but move sets for your shark, pretty much, to where you can choose more of a stealth one, one that's stronger, one that can take more damage, stuff like that. So there's not a huge difference between them, but you can kind of customize your shark the way you want depending on that. Now, there are a lot of other things you can do in the game. So, besides the main story and just eating stuff, you also do have collectibles. Some of the collectibles have really cool Easter eggs to them. I really thought that they did a good job with the Easter eggs, and the fact that Chris Parnell is lending his voice to the Easter eggs and narrating it to you is a little added bonus. So, I think that's a really cool feature. The one shown is the Arrested Development frozen banana stand. But there's a lot more that I won't ruin for you. But yeah, they're really subtle Easter eggs that are just really awesome to see. So to me, that's one of the coolest points about Maneater minus the gameplay is all the throwbacks to other pop culture references. So with all the positives, there has to be some negatives, right? You are correct. There are many, many negatives. So the game, like I said, graphically ugly, um, but man, there are glitches. There are so many glitches in this game. It's kind of to where you have to laugh at them because it's just like, wow, I hit another glitch. I hit another one. And I'll showcase a lot of them right here, but there's many, many more. The worst glitch of them all being at launch, there was a glitch with trophies. Now, me being a trophy hunter, that's a no no. There was a trophy glitch where you would have to fight apex predators. After you complete everything in the zone, you fight the hardest enemy in that zone, which is the apex predator, and you get a trophy for it. There was a glitch that made it to where you didn't get the trophy for killing apex predators. So I started playing the game, didn't get the trophy, contacted the developer on Twitter. I commented something and they responded to me pretty much saying that they're working on a fix. Sometime in the future it should be fixed. That was it. I gave it like another week or so, still wasn't working, so I deleted the game, reinstalled it a few months later, finally was able to get the trophy. But that was kind of shit. I was like, okay, thanks for letting me wait a few months before I could actually platinum this. So it's very disappointing to see that. Also, I've ran into glitches where you are attacking something like Apex Predator, and it just flies up into the air and disappears, and you have to reload the game to fight the apex predator. Also, times where the camera angle will shift into the shark's mouth, making the shark unmovable. You can't move around with it correctly, and the only way to fix it is by exiting out the game and reloading it. There's just so many glitches in this game, and it's really, really disappointing, especially just because they had a lot of glitches in the PS4 version, but they didn't fix those glitches. Actually, they got worse with the PS5 version. So it's really disappointing to see that that occur. Also, I don't really feel a need for the PS5 version. The game, it was a fun game on PS4, but they didn't really make any differences between the PS4 and the PS5 version to where I could justify saying, yeah, play through it again. There's a level cap. The level cap's level 30. Once you hit that level cap, the game gets incredibly easy. Uh, I think probably about 50, 60% done with the game, you'll hit the level cap, and from there, end game on, or from there to end game, it is just an incredibly easy game, and it's just so disappointing to see how easy this game is after a certain point. I just really wish they would have upped the level cap and made it to where enemies were harder, or gave us New Game Plus with harder enemies. Just gave me more of a challenge, because this was not the bee's knees here. So, all that being said, what is my review of Maneater on PS5? Maneater on PS5 is a fun game. It's entertaining. It's enjoyable. It loads faster. Yeah, that's one of my pluses. It loads faster on PS5, but it's ugly. It gets very old very fast because of the lack of challenge, and technically it's a nightmare. There's so many glitches, and it makes it very unenjoyable at times. Maneater on PS5 gets a 6 out of 10. Do I recommend you play it? Yes. If you didn't buy it on PlayStation Plus and you don't own it, wait until it goes on sale. It's not worth $40. More likely $20, but yeah, don't spend $40 on the game if you don't already own it. As far as the platinum, the game took me on PS5 about 5 hours to platinum, but that is because I played through it a time before, so I knew everything already. So, might take you about 6 to 7 hours to platinum, depending on how many times you die and if you need to pull up any guides for collectibles. If you have any questions about the game, let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions about any trophies, let me know in the comments below. If you want to see any other games reviewed and platinumed, let me know in the comments below, and I will try my best to do it. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep getting them trophies.